This is a story about a boy who at the age of 6 was told he had stage 4 cancer. A boy who taught everyone around him how to deal with adversity, how to find good in everything, how to smile when the odds were stacked against him, but most of all, how to help others when they needed it most. A boy who lived, laughed, and loved life in a way most people can't understand. He taught an entire community how to pay it forward. Ernest Hemingway once said, "Every true story ends in death." Well, this is a true story. Jackson Baldwin was born May 2nd, 1996. As he grew, he loved all things that a boy loves. Being outside, playing baseball in the summer, basketball in the winter, and of course, he loved hunting. But with a dad like Scott, how could he not? On June 24th, 2002, at the age of 6, Jackson was diagnosed with stage 4 neuroblastoma. Jackson taught everyone around him about courage. People who knew Jackson describe him as selfless, courageous, generous, and full of life. He always had a smile on his face, even when he was in pain. Jackson could make everyone see the bright side of life. His positive energy was contagious. Who was Jackson Baldwin? We gathered some of his friends, his cousin, and his brother to tell you. What would Jackson say about Alex's sweater vest?
I think he would kind of be teasing like all of us. same exact stuff.
He would probably leave the room.
That's false.
His childhood friends say it best.
Something that I just keep thinking about is like the foundation as a whole. I think like if you looked up Jackson Baldwin in the dictionary, the definition would be giving back to others even if you can't make your day better, or help making somebody else's day better even if you can't make yours better. And I think that's, spot on to the person that Jackson was. Like, he might have been hurting inside, but sure didn't show it outside, and he sure made sure that if you were hurting inside, you were gonna be good inside and outside. So I think that's just who he was as a person, and that is portrayed through the foundation.
What's a memory you have of Jackson that always makes you smile?
One of the things I remember about Jackson was after a baseball game or whatever we'd be doing, going hunting or coming back into town, we'd always have to stop at Sharps and get a burger and fries and get a drink and just sit there and talk and have a good time. That's one of the things I will always remember.
We used to always walk home together after school, which is probably the biggest memory I have of him, just because it would always be a lousy walk. We'd always rest every 5 seconds. We would just find instances to not walk, stop at Tanner Dorch's house or something. And I don't know, it was just a good time.
What would you tell someone who never knew Jackson?
Something I would tell people that didn't know Jackson was how nice of a guy he was. I've never seen him angry. He always had a smile on his face and loved to help others.
Wyatt, did you ever see Jackson angry?
Yeah, just at me. I always used to copy what he said, and then he would tell me. Then I would have to wash in my mouth. That was so. Actually, I didn't have to. I just did it myself.
While planning for his 10th birthday party to thank the community for their years of support, Jackson didn't ask for gifts. He asked that anyone who came to the party bring a donation to help a little boy whom he had never even met that was prepping for a bone marrow transplant. He wanted the community to support this boy just as they supported him. Sadly, Jackson passed away the day before the party, but because of his excitement and his wish to pay it forward, the party went on. That day, over $6,000 was raised for the little boy and his family. That day, we celebrated a beautiful life gone too soon. And that day, the Pay It Forward Foundation was born. Today, Jackson's Pay It Forward Foundation has helped hundreds of families who in their time of need had no idea what they really needed.
Because I know that was his ultimate goal in life towards the end, was always to help others, be kind, and just try to do the best thing for everyone.
What was it like when the foundation came to help?
When they came to us and offered help to us or asked us what we needed, we were kind of just taken back. We didn't really know what to say. We didn't want to be greedy. We didn't know what to ask for. and we were just kind of awestruck that they would even think about our family.
I felt blessed and I felt honored that they thought of us.
We were just getting everything prepared to head for his surgeries in Spokane. We're kind of at a frantic pace, getting everything together, trying to think of everything we needed to take. And then Scott and Stacy showed up on our door and talked to us a little bit about how they could help us. Gave us an incredible basket of gifts, and it was like an immediate sense of relief for us. A lot of the things in there were stuff that we hadn't even thought about. Hotel passes, food vouchers, stuff like that. Huge sense of relief.
What would you tell someone who has never heard of the foundation?
Yeah, I just like local people to understand that it really does work. They really do help, and it's such an amazing cause because, you know, like in our situation, I mean, Xavier went from playing one day being completely healthy to 3 days later, me and him were on a jet to Spokane. And it was something as simple as started out as being strep. And it can happen to anyone, you know, and kids get sick. And it's amazing how they help you get through it, and they keep and the assistance is so emotionally uplifting that people are trying to help.
How did you feel when the foundation helped you?
It helped me by, because they paid for our van and helped us get our van, and now my mom doesn't have to lift me in the car, and they gave us millions of dollars of iTunes gift cards, and they gave us a whole bunch of, it was just really neat that they thought of us.
When I was in the hospital, they gave me PSP, and it made me feel glad that they actually cared about me.
When Jackson passed away, he left behind his mom, dad, little brother, and many, many family and friends who miss him and think of him often. But when people think of him, they don't remember how he died, but how he lived and how he changed the lives, the hopes, the beliefs, and dreams of not only those close to him, but an entire community, and how he taught us all to pay it forward.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for paying it forward.
Oh, I was way off. We're doing that again.
Why I was too excited. Okay, here we go. 3, 2.
Thank you for paying it forward.